looking at your homepage for the first time, you'll want to ensure that your personal information is correct. It should show your cell number on the top right. When you scroll down, you may see your photo if one has been uploaded. If not, you'll be able to upload a photo later. Under the featured property sections, it should show any active listings that you currently have. If you don't currently have any active listings, it'll show active listings for your brokerage. If there are no active listings for your brokerage, it'll show other listings from the MLS. If you scroll down further, you'll see that there's a section called Featured Communities. You'll have the ability to select those communities that you want to highlight within your website. And then finally at the bottom, it'll show the rest of your personal information. If anything on this page is incorrect or missing, you'll have the ability to modify it, and we'll show you how to do that later in this video. Let's take a look at what it's like to use the search technology within your website. I can start a search by clicking the menu option at the top and then one of the sub-menus underneath it. Or I can use the quick search within the middle of the page. Or I can scroll down and click on one of those cities that you've selected as being the featured communities within your website. I'll go ahead and click on Park City now. After clicking on the featured community of Park City, the search results comes up with all the active properties that are available in that city. At this point, I can start reviewing the properties by clicking on them. There's the first one I've looked at. You scroll down, click on another one. Here's the second home I've looked at. Let's go back to the list and let's click on a third property. Back to the list. And as you can see at this point, it's asking me to sign up to see additional properties. That's how the lead capture works. It lets you do a search. You can look at the results of the search, and then after you've looked at 3 homes, it'll ask you to sign up to continue. Now, the first time that you're searching on your own website, you're going to get the lead capture kicking in after you've looked at 3 properties. When that happens, we recommend that you go ahead and sign up as if you were a site user. That way you'll get the welcome email and you'll get subsequent listing email based upon your click history. That way you can see what your site users experience when using your site. So I'll go ahead and sign up. And now I have complete access to do any searches and look at as many properties as I'd like on the website. Now, even though Equity is a national company that works with numerous MLS systems throughout the country, your website will only display listings for the MLS that you belong to. That way you don't wind up confusing your site users with listings that are out of the area. Okay, now that I'm signed up on the website, I'm going to go ahead and modify my search. I'm going to add another city to my search. I'm going to select Midway City. And you can see it shows up in red down here. Started out by selecting Park City within our featured communities. I'm going to go ahead and change my price. I can either do that by clicking on the down arrow for price, or I can just click on the from price. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change my price points to 1 million. Oops, put in an extra 0 there. There we go. 1 million to, let's say, 2,500,000. Okay, as you can see, the price has changed and it updated to show the number of properties that are based upon that search criteria. If I want to, I can save this search for later. If I click on Save Search, it'll ask me to give it a name, and I'll just call it PC and Midway. Okay, now what that does behind the scenes is it creates what's called a hot sheet within the CRM. So now, going forward, if any new listings come on the MLS for Midway and Park City that are priced between 1 million and 2.5 million, I'll receive an email from you alerting me of that fact. Now you can go into the CRM and you can see any saved searches as well. Now, as I'm looking at properties, I have the ability to save them into my favorites list by clicking the Save Listing button at the top of the property detail page. It'll notify me that it's been saved to my favorites list. Another thing that I can do is I can go back to the list itself and I can click the little heart icon on the top right of a property. When I do that, the property is saved in my favorites list. Another thing that I can do within the property results is to change the view from gallery view, which it's currently in, to a list view and also to a map view. Okay, so let's go back to the gallery view. Notice that there's a previous and next button here. That's because we've selected so many properties they won't all fit on a single page. So in this case, you can page through them. You can also change the sort. Right now it is just sorted by price from low to high. If I want to, I can change that. I can go ahead and remove it and then go into the more and change the sort. Let's say we want to see them priced or sorted by price high to low. And now the list will come up with that sort. So as you can see, there's a lot of criteria that you can select from and a lot of different views that can be used. Please spend some time on your advanced search to become an expert on it, because you're going to have your clients using it and leads coming in using it, and you want to be able to instruct them as to the best ways to get at those listings that they're interested in. Okay, let's say a couple days have gone by. I go back to your website and I want to see the listings that I saved. All I have to do is click on favorites and it will bring up any listing that I had saved and also show it on the map. Okay, at that point I can review those listings, I can delete them, I can add notes about them, I can print them. If the listing has gone pending or under contract, it'll show me that as well. If I look at the top, I can see my saved search. I can look at that, the results of that search, or I can remove it from my favorites.